Is it a barn find? Is it a family heirloom? I don't know, either way, it's been sitting for 13 years outside. What's up, Purist? It's Bob from Purist Motorsports. Behind me is 1989 number 50. So let's introduce you to this new patient of ours. Okay, so the car has not been registered since 2008. It has been sitting outside. You can see it is in a slight bit of disrepair. However, the car is complete with the correct wheels, the stripes. It's definitely one that has been used, but not necessarily abused. The drivetrain has been swapped. It actually has a 1993 Cobra motor in it. That's a complete motor from a 93 Cobra. And to all you 93 Cobra Purist enthusiasts, it came out of a car that was totaled. So long time ago. And other thing is, you probably can tell, there's a little nitrous solenoid right there by the mass air sensor. Yep, this car had a nitrous kit on it. It's been driven and enjoyed. It is fairly complete. The few things that I've noticed that have been changed on it, the springs are some brand of aftermarket lowering springs. They're not the original Saleen springs. The interior is actually all complete, and a lot of you guys always, oh, what's the correct shift knob? What's the correct stripes? What's the correct this? So I'll just show you. This is a car that came with this right here, this shift knob right here. You see that? That right there, for most people, will go, oh, it's a 1988 shift knob. Well, this is the original shift knob to this car. And it says Saleen Mustang, the old logo. So, to those guys out there arguing about this, 1989, any of the cars in 89 could show up with this. I had 1989 number 448, which is actually a sister car to this. Same color combos. I think this car's one of 8. And it had this shift knob in it, and the original owner confirmed that it did come with it. So 1989, guys, if you find one of these shift knobs and your car's missing it, it could be correct. So little tip. Either way, car is in great shape physically, as far as no rust. I mean, there is some surface rust here from where it sat outside, but the cowl vent is not cracked. The roof is a little, we'll have to repaint some of this, but good. The question is, what are we gonna do with it? How are we gonna take this back to original? Are we gonna take it back to original? Those are good questions. The big thing was, is it a barn find? I'll just say this. It is actually a family heirloom. Two gentlemen drove this through high school and college, I believe. I know college, and hence the nitrous kit and all of those things. And we're talking 20 years ago or more. back when these cars were a lot cheaper and really considered just used Foxes. Heck, the SA10s at the time were not even bringing big money. They were bringing big money compared to everything else, but nothing like today. But the car is all complete. The big thing is that it has not run in 13 years. It may have been started a few times, probably through 2010, 2012-ish, if that. But it has been sitting definitely for 10 years, has not been driven on the road in 13. So we're gonna have to go through and do a few things to get the motor. So it arrived, excuse me, it arrived not running, and purposely did that. We want to go through and make sure things are in good shape. But what are we gonna do to it? Because, I mean, that's a Cobra motor that's in it. And if you notice, it's an early Cobra motor. For those that know, it has a flat side intake. I think the tag on the valve cover for the motor said it was assembled February 10th of 1993. So it is, it's a good motor. Anyways, the big thing is paint, body, and then the interior. There is a rip, amazingly, only one rip in the driver's side bolster where you get in and out, typical wear. The other is that the headrests are not correct for the car, and we're gonna try to source that. The other thing is that the nitrous kit that's on it, there's a lot of wiring for it, but it's the exhaust and everything on it. It's as far as modifications like the nitrous kit, there are your typical equal length headers, mid pipe. This has to be catted mid pipe from where it came from with emissions testing. A catback exhaust. This just has all the typical mods of a car that was driven through the 90s. You know, people, you put a 75 or 100 or 125 shot on these motors, and they pretty much respond to that big time, and they typically don't blow up as long as you don't rev it too high. But it has all of those typical mods, and luckily the brakes, the suspension hasn't really been fussed with too much. As I said, the springs have been changed, but that can be addressed. We might have to figure out a plan for it. Again, follow along, subscribe. You can follow us into this build. I don't want to call it a build, restoration, preservation. I don't know. I think it's we'll just call it a detox with no rehab required. How's that? Because we're going to detox all of the original 90s mods, save for probably the exhaust, because I mean it just performs better. But we're going to bring it back as best we can. So stay tuned, subscribe. Something else, the wing. Follow me along as you get dizzy. The wings are typically ones that have issues. You can see that one is split over there, and we'll end up having to have that repaired because it's fiberglass. But the car itself is fairly complete. It is a really good starting point, and I think it's a good discussion to have of, if you have a car like this in this great shape, do you go ahead and fully restore it? I don't like tear it all apart, paint it, make it look brand new. Is that a financially good decision? I don't know. I guess that's in the eye of the beholder there. Or is it best to be frugal? Either way, this is a great starting point. It actually has one of the rare Harada antennas. It's slightly bent, but it is a Harada antenna with the base. It's all still complete. I think we can bend that back, if not cut it and move the ball down. I don't know what we're going to do with that, but we'll figure that out along the way. So you want to subscribe, because we're going to do a few little build videos on this, on what we're trying to do. One, to preserve it. Two, Some of the things that this car has issues with are very common for the Saleens of this era, and well, there will be some tips and tricks, I think, for your car, or if you are looking to buy a Saleen, that you will want to know along the way on how we approach taking care of them. So something else is that I did notice there is some wear on the steering wheel, and there's a lot of things that we'll have to take care of. Looks like the windshield has been replaced, and the trim there's a huge gap, which means the windshield probably was pushed in too far. This is a lot of little details that we'll get right. Weather stripping all needs to be replaced, that kind of thing. But again, it does have barn find dust on it, so anybody wants it, I'll scoop it up, put it in a bucket, and sell it to you, and you can add value to your car. But this car actually sat for 13 years. Again, potentially started a couple of times in 08, 09, 10, but it has not been registered or driven on the road since 2008. But yeah, follow along. As always, whether you're driving them or restoring them, always enjoy them. Peace.